If you weren't so stupid, I could have loved you.
The football, I couldn't really knock. By the fact that we didn't really help ourselves on not getting more than one goal throughout the game. But that controversy at the end has done me in. My Sundays, once again, in the mud thanks to the VAR and the handball rule. Hello. Hello and welcome to another episode of Hollie's Hotspurs, and today I'll be talking about that 1-1 draw against Newcastle. If you're new to the channel, please remember to hit a like on this video, comment you thought the game below and hit that subscribe button. Lineup comes out and I'm pretty impressed, although there is no Dele to be seen either on the starting 11 or the bench. So yet again there's going to be more transfer rumours. Personally, I think it's because of this competition in place at the moment. I think it is doing the world of good, but it clearly isn't helping Dele. We'll leave that matter for another day, but yes, he was not involved in the squad at all. We start with Lloris in goal, Doherty out right back position, Diers, Sanchez as a centre back partnering with Davies as left back. We then see that Højbjerg and Winks partnership once again, with Lo Celso sitting just in front, and then Lucas, Son and Kane up top. It was a force to be reckoned with. We also get to see Reguilon on the bench. Would today be the day that he makes his debut and come off from the bench? It was not meant to be, but still I'm very excited, and to be fair, I think Davies knows that maybe his time is nearly up, because I thought towards the end of the game he had a pretty decent game. 2 minutes in, Lo Celso given a free kick and he takes it on the edge of the 18-yard box. He has a strike and he forces the goalkeeper to make a brilliant save, but then Kane is there ready on the swivel. He has a shot and it's another double save by the Newcastle keeper. He is definitely earning his money today. On the 8th minute again, Højbjerg has an attempt from the outside of the box. He puts the ball in, put on a sixpence for Harry Kane's head. He heads it goalwards, but yet again the keeper is forced to make another brilliant save. And to be honest, this was pretty much it throughout the first half. We had so many chances left, right and centre. I honestly thought we would be 3-0 up by half time. On the 25th minute we finally have our break, and it is all thanks to Harry Kane. Take a look at this. Harry Kane picks up the ball, drives into the box on that left hand side. He smashes it across the face of the goal. It misses the 3 Newcastle defenders. It misses Lo Celso, but Lucas Moura ready and waiting back post, and all he's got to do is stick a leg out and slot it home, and slotting it home it does. So after 25th minute we are 1-0 up. I think the best bit about the goal is this from Bale. People are saying, oh, well, it's not very much of a reaction. I'm sorry, when the man was sleeping on the Madrid bench, I will take this as a win. You're not a true Spurs fan if you're not feeling warm and fuzzy inside looking at Bale when he sees this goal go in and the way he celebrates. It's classy. It may just be a little clap and a smile, but it had me going. And after that, we really had the wind in ourselves, and like I said, Sonny manages to hit not only the post, but he manages to smash the ball straight at the woodwork on the crossbar as well. Like I said, we could have easily been 3-0 up. Newcastle, on the other hand, weren't really doing a lot. I don't think they even got sight of our goal. I think there's one chance in the first half where they pick up a free kick, but Doherty manages to get rid very easy for a corner. They don't really make much of the corner. In actual fact, within that corner we managed to make a break for it. So yeah, Newcastle weren't really showing any sort of dominance in the game. We were pretty much all over them. I think I'd also like to point out in this first half and in the second half as well that our link-up play is so much better. It's so much nicer to watch the Tottenham that like to pass the ball around and are not afraid to go forward. I think there were certain times as well Harry Winks was passing the ball forward, and like I said, I know it's a running joke, but his passes going forward, even his switches of the ball, were excellent. So the first half was brilliant. Like I said, we should have at least been 3-0 up, and like I always say, when we don't take our chances, it's always going to haunt us in the end. At half time, Stevie B comes on for Sonny, and there was rumour that Sonny may be injured, and to be fair, at the end of the game in Jose Mourinho's press conference, that he said that Sonny may have picked up an injury, which isn't great news for us considering Sonny has been on fire the last couple of weeks. He had so many chances in the second half, but it still wasn't going into the back of the net. I reckon they moved the bloody goal all the time, because like I said, we've hit the woodwork twice this game. The 61st minute, Lo Celso has a crack at it, smashes it straight at the keeper. Keeper makes a good save. He slaps it out. Harry Kane then pings the ball to the back post, but it's too high for Højbjerg. Again, another strong attacking move, but again, wasn't finished by a goal. We then get to see Tanguy, and I'd just like to admire Tanguy's touches on the ball. He just moves and glides across the pitch so effortlessly. I tell you, we've patiently waited for this man to shine, but I think the next couple of weeks we're really going to see what he's all about, and I'm very excited. We then see Lamela come on for Lucas. I thought Lucas had a very brilliant game. Like I said, I normally get a bit annoyed when Lucas just runs aimlessly into spaces or runs into players, but today I thought he had a great game, especially when he managed to be rewarded with that goal in the first half after Kane's drilled cross across the box. I'd also like to point out that Ben Davies had a brilliant game until towards the end, when he does smash the ball straight at Højbjerg to try and clear the thing, and it goes out for a corner. It could have very nearly ended up in our own net. But I thought Davies today actually showed his defensive work rate, the fact that he was managing to get good strong tackles in here and there to stop a Newcastle break. And credit to him, like I said, I think it's this competition for place. It's stepped up the players' momentum, the players' want, the players' desire on the pitch to actually play good football, which is nice to see, because I tell you what, Davies was one of these players that I was getting very worried about. So bar that little hickety-pickled a bit towards the end where he smashes it at Højbjerg, I thought Davies had a half-decent game, shall we say. And then, just when we think we're high and dry, we've managed to get 3 points against Newcastle and we've played some excellent football, the dreaded VAR and the dreaded handball rule decides to strike once again. Let's take a look at it. So I have decided, ladies and gentlemen, that now in the game of football we have got to the time, the Stone Age, where you have to jump like a sardine, like this, or you have to cut your arms off. It's one of the two. I know it's the rule, and lots of us are pissed at the ref. I mean, rightly so, but still, the FA are hiding behind the refs. We're all getting pissed at the ref when actually it's the rule itself. It's a joke. You can see Diers using his arms for momentum to get up for this header. It's unfortunate it hits his arm, but that's not intentional. He hasn't intentionally stuck his arm out. It's just, I'm livid. And I wrote something on Twitter saying, by this time we should have been 3 up in front, and that goal wouldn't have really mattered. It would have just been a consolation goal. And people have been rattled by this. People have said, well, it does matter because you don't go out every game to win 3-0, which is fair enough, but in the position we were in, 3-0 was easy. Sadly, we were 1-0 up at this time, and it cost us dearly, as it was now 1-1. And I can see what people are saying. I totally agree. I mean, I'm baffled by it as well. I'm baffled by the fact that the rule doesn't take in common sense. Because everybody knows you can't jump with your arms by your side. There's no way you're going to reach the heights of what you probably could do if you had your hands up. I think the rule is broken in itself. I mean, last year it was atrocious as well. I just think we need an element of just common sense would be great. I don't know how you quite rightly write that into a law. Yes, I agree, but it's not working right now, and the fact that the Newcastle man said it quite clearly and Carragher said it, right now it's a joke. It's not aiding football in any sense. VAR was brought in to stop controversy. I don't think it's really done that. If not, I think it's made more. And to think the handball rule was brought in to try and stop controversy, it really hasn't done that. So yeah, it's not a great day at the office. Football wise, it was brilliant. Maybe should have finished our dinner a little bit, but there's nothing you can do about that VAR decision. You just got to suck it up and leave it, as frustrating and as pissed off as we all are. But we've got to move on. We've got to move on to Tuesday against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. Hopefully this fire in our bellies will make us put a good performance in against Chelsea, because we'd all want to beat them. But until next time, I shall see you soon. And remember, come on you Spurs.